Hey there, Sagittarius. We are going to do a reading today for you, and we're going to take a look at what January 2023 has in store. If you watched your annual reading, you would have noticed that you are building a foundation this year because you want a more solid foundation that feels more like home. I will link that reading in the description box below if you want to watch that. But we're just going to focus in, do a 5-card spread, and just pull the energy of January for Sagittarius. So we're going to look at specifics for Sagittarius, just some general energies. And we're going to use the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. You can also get those decks. I will have that linked in the description box too. And we're also going to look at the Animal Oracle cards. I haven't used those for a while. I've had the deck for about 20 years. I think that's enough shuffling. Let's see. What is on the bottom of the deck for you? 3 of Pentacles. Nice. That's always good. And then Neato. We've got the 6 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, and then the King of Wands. All right. Take all of that energy in. And of course, it's really important to tap into your own intuition here. These are just general reads, so you have to really take what resonates and leave what does not. Your own intuition is going to be more accurate than anything I say, but maybe something I say, maybe something that comes to me as I am reading will trigger something within you that feels right about where you're at right now. And these are just very general. We have a lot of movement happening in January. A lot of things are shifting around. Now, Sagittarians have had some interesting times lately. But, yeah. Let's see what January has. And let's see what the animal spirits would like to bring forth for you. You've got, I'm not going to do reversals. You got Coyote, which is super interesting energy to have. Let's just kind of take all of this in. Yeah, we've got some really good energy here. Now, the 3 of Pentacles is having all of the talents in the world in order to create the wealth that you want. And you see here, these 2 people are admiring this person's skill and ability. And this card really tells us that you have everything that you need in order to create the life that you want. And I think that the life you want, again, is this King of Wands. You know, he's sitting up here having created everything that he wanted with this solid foundation underneath him. Looks like he's on a mountaintop, perhaps, and just kind of looking off in the distance. Wands are activity, work, purpose, being on purpose with your life. And here we've got the King of Wands on a solid foundation. I think this is what you are moving towards. And you have all of the ability in order to get to that place. Let's see how you're getting there. So we've got the 6 of Pentacles, which is getting a monetary gift. We've got this person in the scale of justice, and this person here is receiving financial gifts from this person. And this person is like hoping to get financial, but this is a just decision. And this is telling me that you're getting what you need and what you want. Now, the High Priestess is a really interesting energy because it really ties into your intuition. It ties into your knowingness, but it's also holding energy and holding knowledge really close to your heart. You have some great cards of knowingness here. Moving forward, we've got 2 4s. We've got the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Wands. Kind of a little bit of different energy here. This 4 of Cups, we've got, it's kind of being discontent almost. Like we've got 3 cups here and this other one's being offered out of the cloud, out of thin air, so to speak. And a gift is being given, and we've got gifts being given, and there's knowledge being given. But this dude is sitting here like, yeah, I don't want that. I don't need that. I don't even know what I really want. I've got these 3 cups, but I'm discontent with it, which is a kind of odd energy for having a lot of things and wanting to move towards the King of Wands here. So this Four of Cups energy is sort of this discontentment that's coming through. And I really think that this ties in with the coyote that came up, because the coyote is trickster energy. So there might be something happening in your life that is telling you that you don't have it all. And it's taking you off center of being grateful for everything that you do have. But there's something that you're aiming towards in the future, and that is more of this Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is like working towards something and creating something. I mean, you look at these people, they're pretty happy here on this card here. They're feeling triumphant, and they've created this castle they're living in, and they've got a really great life. They're not the King of Wands, but they're moving towards it. And this, to me, is a reading about your psychology, about what it is that you're trying to create. And there are external forces, which I think the coyote is representing. There's an external force coming in that's trying to tell you that you don't have it all and you can't have it all. And it's kind of tricking your mind into believing that you have to do something more than what you have been doing. Because these are pretty solid things right here. The Three of Pentacles is pretty solid. You have the skills that you need in order to create whatever you want. And the universe is gifting you these things. You have the knowledge in your heart, in your intuition of what it is that you want to do, but you're feeling some discontentment. And I think that if you feel some discontentment, or you feel like things maybe just aren't right, or you're not getting things the way you are, I think that's a trick. I think that's the coyote coming in wanting to play some games. But what you can do is kind of jujitsu your way through these games. Take that energy in. Maybe the coyote saying, you probably don't. You might have the skills to get where you are right now. Maybe you're trying to climb the corporate ladder or whatever, and let's say that you're a manager and you really want a director's position. Maybe the coyote's telling you, you've got what it takes to manage things, but directorship, that's so much different. You need so much more than what you can do in order to be a director. And so you start believing all of this. I think the key out of this is taking that on and saying, yeah, I am so good at a manager's position. I have done so well. I have everything given to me. I am the best manager that can ever be. And I am so much more than that. Because whatever you think that you are right here, right now, you're always something more than that. As soon as you start claiming that which you are, you start claiming these abilities, you get into a comfort zone. You get into a place where you think that I'm so good at all of this and this is the way to do it. And the trickster can come in and kind of play games with you and say, hey, well, what if you do this? What if you don't have that? What if? And I think the key is to play with some of those thoughts and really make some hard decisions. And I think that's what the High Priestess is all about, is really make some decisions about what it is that you believe about your reality. Are you aiming for the Four of Wands, or are you aiming for the King of Wands? And in order to do that, it requires some shifts in your thinking, because this person is in a comfort zone and isn't quite sure exactly what they want. And in order to feel really fulfilled, in order to feel that fulfillment of all that you have to move beyond the fours. You have to go towards the king. You have to be the master of your reality. You have to be the creator of your reality. And so I think it might take some tricks in your mind to move out of these comfort zones into a more solid foundation. And really that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a solid foundation upon which you can base your life. So you have to kind of play with this trickster energy, play with the coyote. Now, I have a story about a coyote once. I was out walking and this coyote showed up, and I had my dog with me, and this coyote started wanting to play with my dog. And obviously I'm not taking my dog off leash to go play with a coyote, but I noted the coyote, took some videos of him because he was kind of interesting and very playful energy. But I'm like, this is an unusual way to start the day. I wonder what's going to happen. And sure enough, I got called into a meeting with my direct supervisor, and basically told me that they were going to eliminate my position. I had to start making some decisions about what it is that I wanted to do. And it was very distressing because I was pretty happy in my position and I wanted to, stay in that place and keep doing what I was doing. I was happy there. And I was like, am I going to get fired? What's going to happen? Very much pulling sort of the rug out from under me. And ultimately what ended up happening is my boss, that guy, ended up getting fired and I got his job, which is not necessarily what I wanted to have happen, but it is what happened. And I think that trickery was such a weird experience, but that trickery of the coyote came in to tell me to not really buy into the illusion of this comfort zone and to really start thinking about what I could do. And I started doing more, you know. I didn't get fired and they didn't really eliminate my position for months until they like shifted everything around and then fired this guy and put me in his position, which was such an odd experience anyway. But I had to go through some mindset changes in order to be ready to take on that job. It was definitely something that the coyote came in and definitely made an impression. So get out of your comfort zones. If you really want to create a place that feels like home for you, that feels energetically supportive of all that you are, this King of Wands, it's time to get out of the comfort zone of where you're at. So that's your reading for January. We'll see you in the next reading. Thanks for watching, Sagittarius.